at the comfort, where we show you how to generate signal at your own pace and at your own comfort, right? However, it's important to keep attending so that you master it. You master it, it's lifetime skill that you sit in your house and use the RKTMI2 indicator tactics. Select a trade, provided that you follow simple instruction, pay attention, and ensure you follow what you're supposed to do. My name is Coach Salisu, as well, you know me as Coach Salisu. The the tools you need for this session is auto Fibonacci indicator and stochastic RSI indicator. And also a trading view, where you create an account with TradingView. All these are just the basics that I expect you have a video that will guide you on that. I don't need to go through it. If I should want to go through it slowly, it's going to, you're going to see that we exceed 1 hour, and this class is just an hour session. But watch the video, create an account with TradingView, delete all the old coins, and add the 25 RTHMI 25 volatile coins. Coach Mo, please help me drop it on the chat. RTHMI 25 volatile coins. You can decide to add them to your TradingView. If you don't want to pay for TradingView, stick to them and trade them and take your percent depending on what you see on the chart without paying for TradingView. But however, if you want to add all the whole coins on your TradingView, you would have to subscribe for TradingView package. I think the lowest package is around $10 or $15, if I'm not mistaken. When converted to Naira, you have around 25,000. So that's it. I'm going to share my screen. Now, before I do that, you come in. You can see my screen, Coach Mo. Can you see my screen?
You can see your screen.
All right. So this is it. You don't need this. You don't need it. Indicators help you to see when to pick a trade as a beginner. As a beginner, you need an indicator. Like I am Coach Mo, we don't need an indicator to trade, but as a beginner, before you master the act of trading, it helps you to know when to pick a trade and when to enter a trade. And these tactics can give you at least 40 to 50% success rate. If you're trading, whenever you trade all your money on one coin, minimum number of coins to trade on one shot is 3. Minimum number of coins to trade is 3. So don't trade one coin on, don't use all your money on one coin. You divide your capital into 3 to trade 3 coins minimum, $100 per coin. Minimum number of USDT on a coin should be $100. Now, there are 2 ways of using the RKTMI 2 indicator tactics. We have the longer time frame entry and the short time frame entry. I think the last time we met on this class session, we talked about the long time frame entry. That was like 2 weeks ago. Now the short time frame entry is entry on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minutes, where the maximum take profit does not exceed 1.5%. While the longer time frame entry is entry on the 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour with confirmation on the 1 day, and the take profit is a function of what you see on the chart. Now, before we go into technical analysis, you find out that We also have what is referred to as fundamental analysis. This fundamental analysis, you can focus on just 4 parameters, which is the consumer price index, US consumer price index, US interest rate, US non-farm employment change, which is referred to as, also referred to as job data, and lastly, US unemployment rates. These are the 4 parameters which you can get the date of announcement as well as the time on the website that's referred to as www.cryptocraft.com. You can get the date of announcement. If you are the kind of person that says that you don't want to be seen, you don't want anything as regards floating loss, right? You don't want, or you don't want something that will exhaust your margin cost. You don't want any trade that will exhaust your margin cost. You can decide to not trade every day. You can match fundamental and technical. Now, let's say CPI is to be announced. With the next, I think CPI is coming on the next week. There is one news that is coming up on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Next week precisely, I don't know I can't remember the day. You can decide to analyze a coin 24 hours to the announcement, see when to take profit, how much profit you can take, and what? Go in when the news, immediately the news is announced and you see it's positive. If the news is positive, you've already done your technical analysis, you can merge it for the meta analysis so that you enter the trade. You don't trade every day. You can also do that strategy, use that strategy. But however, this practice I want to show you is the shorter time frame entry. Maybe what we'll do is weekly we'll do short time frame entry. The following week we do long time frame entry. The short time frame entry, you don't exceed 1.5% take profit. And your entry is on the 1 minute with confirmation on the 15 minutes, 5 minutes with confirmation on the 1 hour, 15 minutes with confirmation on the 4 hour. The entry time frame is you need to ensure that there are some things you need to look out for on the entry time frame. And on the confirmation time frame, there are some things you need to look out for. Take for instance, let me show you this YGG, or let me go, let's search for a coin now, so that I'll back test, you see what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to use bar replay. Now, this is a trade. You have created a TradingView account. You've added the 25 volatile coins. Let's say you don't have money to subscribe, you can stick to it. You want to be trading on the 5 minutes with confirmation on the 1 hour. You can write this down, right? Now, let me check. Now, what you do is you want to trade on the 5 minutes, and on the entry time frame is on the 5 minutes, that you want to enter on the 5 minutes. But you would have to confirm. If you're entering on the 5 minutes, you will have to confirm on the 1 minute. Coach Mo, maybe probably you will help me to share the updated script on what I'm talking about as regards the entry time frame. You can share it on the chat for the benefit of those on the call. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm doing that right away.
All right, please, if you're on this call and you're still following what I'm saying, type a yes on the chat. We are about getting into the nitty-gritty of the whole class. If you're following me, type a yes on the chat. I want to see a lot of yes. This skill is free of charge. You don't pay anything. You just need to be, the only thing you pay is consistency. You need to be very, very consistent in attending Zoom to learn. There are different ways of picking trades, but you as a crypto beginner, a crypto trader, a beginner, ensure you master how to trade using indicators for now. All right? Like I say, when you become a pro, you don't need indicators to pick a trade. but you as a beginner, ensure you master it, stick to it, and use it to be making your money. So now you have indicators, stochastic RSI, you've created a TradingView account, you've added stochastic RSI, you set it up. We have a video on that, which we're going to share it on the chat if you don't know how to set your stochastic RSI. You have auto Fibonacci indicator. We have it. This, you have set up everything as you can see on my screen. You've also added your all these favorites. You've added your price range, horizontal line, vertical line on your favorites. Just scroll down, trend line, go to the horizontal line, long press and star, vertical line, long press and star, price range, go to prediction, forecasting and measurement, forecasting and measurement, forecasting and measurement, look for price range, long press and star. Everything will show on your chart. If you have done that, everything, this is what you do. Now, I love trading on the 5 minutes, but with confirmation on the 1 hour. Right? Now, what you look out for before you even look for the entry, it is just the same thing as before you travel to a country, you want to be sure that you want to confirm that when you get there, there will not be any crisis. For example, if you want to travel to Palestine, will you travel there? Why? Because if you confirm there is fight, they are fighting and they're killing people there, so you will not go there. Same thing with confirmation time frame. You want to enter on the 5 minutes, you go to the 1 hour and confirm. What do you look out for on the 1 hour? You look out for a stochastic line. You see this red line, the orange line, and the green line. If you are using Binance Exchange, it is telling you that this line that moves like a snake, this blue line that moves like a snake, right? It's and this number that you see here. Now, this green line is telling you that once you see this blue line are the people that are buying the coin on Binance. If I'm using Binance Exchange, it is indicating the number of people, the people that are buying the coin. So you see, once you see it coming to the green line, it means that people that are buying the coin, people are rushing to buy the coin. They are coming to buy the coin. Once you see it on this red line, going to the red line, people are selling, they are selling the coin. This orange line is here in between the red line and the green line, is between, it is the 50%, is the buyers and sellers are equal. Buyers is equal to sellers. When you see this orange line, that's 50%. Now, on the longer time frame, what you confirm is you want the stochastic line to be on the orange line or below the orange line. Anything, you just need it to be on the orange line or below the orange line. This orange line. And you want the RSI to be between the strength at which they buy. Are they rushing or they are going with full force? When you see it lower than 50, they are going with the force, the momentum is increasing of buy. When you see it between 0 and 50. So when you see it below above 50, the momentum of sale is going up. Now you want it to be between 0 and 50. 0 and 50. This stochastic works with the activity that is going on that exchange you are using. That's what it uses to move. Now, you want the orange line, this blue line, to be on the orange line or below the orange line, and you want the RSI to be what? Between 0 and 50. This has been met on the confirmation time frame, which is 1 hour. Then I'll now go on the 1 hour, 5 minutes. What am I looking for? There are 3 conditions for the stochastic on the L3 time frame. You just need one. The first one is you need the stochastic line RSI, the stochastic RSI. The RSI to be between 0 and 20. That is one of the 3. Number 2, we need the stochastic line, or you need the stochastic line to have touched the orange line. As you can see, the tip, I'm referring to the tip here. The tip here. I'm referring to the tip to have touched the orange line. You see it? That's touch. Or you need the stochastic line to be pointing up, the tip to be pointing up, and the RSI to be between 0 and 50. sorry, 0 and 25. Any of these three conditions, once it's met, you are good to go. You are good to go. Right? You are good to go. Then when you come to the auto fib retracement, for a downtrend, you see 0 at the bottom, 100 at the top. You need the current candle to be on the 0% line or below the 0% line. As you can see in this case, for a downtrend, once you see 0 at the bottom, 100 at the top, it's a downtrend. For a downtrend, this is the current candle. You want it to be on the 0% line or below the 0%. As you can see, the current candle is below the 0% line. If it is an uptrend, that is 0 at the top, 100 at the bottom, you need the current candle to be on the 61.8% line or below the 61.8% line. For an uptrend that is 0 at the top, 100 at the bottom, you need the current candle to be on the 0% line, sorry, 61.8% line or below. That's for an uptrend. Now this is downtrend. So all these conditions I've just mentioned all have been met. You remember your entry time frame, if it is 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 15. I don't encourage 1 minute if you don't have laptop. You stick to 5 minutes and 1 hour, you're good to go. Now, take 1.5%, like I say, pick your price range. You don't even need to, I'm not using this so that you measure so that you see whether it hit or not. See it. Then I play. If I play it, let's see whether it hits the target. So you see, target has been hit. See it? 1.5%. That's all. Now the question now is 1.5, is it 1.5% if you are using both tactics? Coach Mo taught you how to use how to set the robot yesterday. Now 1.5% of what is 1.5% of your $100 or 1.5% of $10,000? It's up to you. It's your capital that limits your profit, is a function of your capital. So you see, don't go beyond 1.5%, right? And when you come to pick coin, you don't pick coin. You pick coin. Let me go back again. Let me take this thing out. We pick coin based on, even if you're using the 25 volatile coin, you can decide to just stick to, come in, let me take out this. Sun is not, I think it's not coin. Check out this Saiga. I think we have SRP is not there. Even BTC is not there. AI. You're looking at just the 25 volatile coin. Let's see, I just want to stick to the 25 because not everybody would have money to subscribe for TradingView. So you can decide to just stick to your 25 volatile coins and ensure you trade them, look for what you're supposed to look for. Now, I think we have NotCoin, NOT, as the list that was just shared on the chart. Now, you see, so you have 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think PIP is there. PIP is not. And BD is not. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24. I don't think WLD is there, no. I think Ethereum is there, BNB. And so let's just say is this. Then these are the 25 coins. So once you go, what you do is, sorry, let me check it out. I just want to be sure. Ethereum is there. BNB. So there are 25. I don't think BNB is there. So now let's say these are our 25 volatile coins on our chart. Once you tap on this, if you want to trade, you don't chase coin. You trade when the coin, this is our standard. Every team has their standard. right? Somebody will say, okay, what about TGS? TGS is also an addition to the tactics. If you want to stick to it, ensure you follow the rules. It's important you follow the rules and regulations. You see football match, when you're playing football, anybody that don't follow the rule, red card. The rules and regulations, understand what it is and how it works, and you go and use it. How you set the robot as regards the way you trade it, do it and learn it. But when you come to RKTMI, stick to the rule, follow the same thing, and you see the result you desire. Now you see, you just tap on these three dots, the three dots at the top, this one here. Then you tap on it, you tap on sort by, you tap on sort by change percent. You can see it has arranged it according to the ones that are rising in price. So the one that raising the price the most is Alpine, 7.5%. Market is reacting to news coming up next week. Let's see. CPI, I think it's CPI. Now, you arrange it according to the ones that are falling in price. So you see, if I go back and tap on sort by change percent, if you arrange it according to the ones that are falling in price, you can see Notcoin. It has fallen the price. The one that has fallen the price the most is Notcoin. You see, minus 8.84% have fallen in price in the last 24 hours. Now, you start with the ones, you start checking if you want to use the indicator. If you want to use the two indicator tactics, you start checking. Let's say I want to take Notcoin. I tap on Notcoin. I tap on this. Tap on this. After tapping on Notcoin, I tap on this. You see it? This one here. The shape. I tap on it. It opens the coin. So if I go to the 5 minutes, since I want to enter 5 minutes, as you can see, the stochastic is not giving me what I want. I can wait for it, or I go and look for which coin can give me the stochastic condition that I desire on the 5 minutes. I can drag it down. If I swipe, I can swipe it down like this. Here. If I swipe it down, swipe up, not down. Swipe up. This is the next one. I want to trade on the 5 minutes. You can see the condition is not met for the stochastic. I can go swipe up again, cost, see cost. I can trade cost, see the cost. Now, see the condition. This is 5 minutes. Then I'll now go on the confirmation time frame on the 1 hour. So I go on the 1 hour. What am I seeing? On the 1 hour, I'm good to go. Why? Somebody will say why? Because I just need the stochastic the tip. I'm talking about the tip here. Should be below the orange line, and the RSI to be what? Below 50. So you see it's starting. It's starting. So I'll just bring it down on the confirmation. Then I'll go on the 5 minutes. If I go on the 5 minutes, see what I'm seeing? See what I'm seeing on the 5 minutes. I just need the stochastic chart to have touched the orange line, green line, sorry, that's touched. Even if I just need one of the three. So you see the second one, I need the stochastic is between 0 and 20. If I just see this one between 0 and I'm okay, even if I don't get this, right? Now, I'll look at this is what? This is a downtrend because 0 is at the top, 100 at the bottom. We said anything that is a downtrend, you just need the current candle to be on the 0% line or below. As you can see, the current candle is below. This is the current candle, is below the 0% line. See it? So what you just do is take your 1.5%. So if I just pick my price range and measure, can post this signal on the group, you see it, and you observe. You can trade this signal and take your 1.5%. Take your 1.5%, you see it. You can just post it. As well. You can trade this coin now, and let's see how it goes. Let me share the signal on the group. To give you 1.5%. Don't go beyond 1.5%. If you're trading on the shorter time, using the shorter time frame tactics, on the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes or the one minute. Ensure you follow the instruction. Let's see. The cost is 0.206360. So let's see. That's it. This is how it works. So you all observe. Do you all understand? If you understand what I've just shared, you are saying, what am I clicking? You need to watch the video that moves the lines up and down. Watch the video that helps you, guys. You could know, maybe probably you have to drop the video. Watch, you can see it. Watch the video to learn how to set up your autofill retracement and stochastic carousel before you add. A video has been dropped. King Vin came. A video has been dropped. Watch the video. It will guide you on how to play around with the lines that I've usually play with on the chart. Watch the video. It guides you. It is important. If you can create time for somebody else's business, 40 hours every week for somebody else's business, then you don't have any excuse why you should not create time for your own personal business. Take your time to watch that video. Then you come back. If there's anything, write anything you don't understand, write it down. When you come back during the weekend, you don't come and ask your question. So do you all understand what I've just shared as regards the two indicator tactics? Remember, I said that it is divided into two. We have the longer time frame entry, we have the short time frame entry. The short time frame entry is entry on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minutes, all with confirmation. If it is 1 minute, you confirm on 15 minutes. If it is 5 minutes, you confirm on 1 hour. If it is 15 minutes, you confirm on 4 hours. Everything I just said now, but I don't advise. I repeat, I warn you, don't go and use 1 minute if you don't have a laptop, because it is very fast. And don't go beyond 1.5% take profit. Never you go beyond 1.5% take profit. And also, don't trade all your money with one coin. Trade 3 coins. And you see what I just did now? I picked from the coins that I buy low and sell high. That is how royalty is created. I buy low, I look at the coin that I've deep, I now go and check, analyze, and see whether it meets the condition before I now enter and then share. You buy low and sell, that's business. So, do you have any question before I hand over to Coach Mo as regards what I've just showed you now? I repeat, don't go beyond 1.5% take profits. I know some people will say, I want more. Don't go beyond 1.5% take profit. Just told you. All right. So if you have any question, let me know so that I will help you and address it. Type a yes if you understand what I've just shared. Type a yes. You can decide to pay for TradingView and be back testing using by the player just yet. Remember that this strategy is not casted on stone. It can give you at least 40% success rate. That means that it can give you 40% success rate. Indicators is not human. Indicators is not human. I repeat, some of you will say, it's working 100%. This is indicator. This is not human being analyzing the chart. And you can compare indicator and you look using market structure to analyze point. So you have a 40% success rate on this, at least. Yes, King Martins, Emmanuel, I said we should
I have a question.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, you said we should not trade less than 3 coins. But in the meeting that we had, that was on, I think, on Wednesday or so, the president said, if you have $100 capital, for example, you should trade just 1 coin and not more than 1 coin at a time. But I'm hearing something different this time.
Yes.
Go on.
Let me answer your first question. But go on, okay. Finish your question.
No, I'm finished. I was going to say, except if I didn't understand the presenter's.
I said trade minimum 3 coins. If you have a minimum number of USDT on a coin should be $100. So if you have $100, you cannot trade 3 coins. It has to be 1.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So if you have $300, that's when you can trade 3 coins. $100 per coin. All right. I hope you get King. I don't know. King, I hope you get what I'm saying.
Emeka is his name. King Emeka. I believe
Okay,
your question has been answered clearly. All right, Kusalisu, I think somebody wants us to analyze Accru. Analyze Accru for, I think King Kabir is requesting for us to analyze Accru for him.
If I want to analyze Accru, I will not want to use indicator. I would want to use something different so that you see you see something different. But let me tell you something. I said it last 2 weeks during our class. Bull season has two phases. The first phase is the Bitcoin halving that happened on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, of April, 20th or 22nd of April, where those that mine Bitcoin, the unit they can mine per block is slashed by half. Now, when that happened, immediately that happened, what used to happen that follows after that is what is referred to as FOMO, fear of missing out. It is not a fundamental that is making people to buy. It is because people don't want to miss out. That's why they buy coin. They start buying Bitcoin. They start buying other coins. Now, you need a fundamental that will make the coin market to be completely bullish, a sustainable bullish, even though people are taking profits. Now, what is that major fundamental? Interest rate, US interest rates. If you are a Nigerian on this call, not just in Nigeria, if you are in Africa on this call, wherever you are in the world, don't you play with cryptocurrency. Ask me why. The three largest economy in the whole 9 planets is US, China, Russia. Top three. The US is holding Bitcoin. China is holding Bitcoin. Just recently, Russia legalized cryptocurrency and they are even accepting it as a means of payment from countries outside them. External countries that want to patronize, you want to do business with them. What is it telling you? Apply the words of Bill Gates, who is among the top 5, I think top 5 or top 10 richest men on earth. He said that the secret of success in a business is to know where the world is moving into and get there first. The world is moving into cryptocurrency. For the fact that these 3 countries are in crypto, whether you're in Tanzania or you're in Nigeria or you're in Ghana, even if your country has not yet subscribed, they don't have any choice than to subscribe in the future. So it means that you need to get there first. Be a master of it first. So that in generation, in years to come, you are already what? You stay afloat in wealth. So that being said, you need a fundamental that will push people to bring in more money and make people to buy this Bitcoin and other altcoins for it to become what? Bullish and sustainable bullish. Not the one that market will go up a bit and now you see come down. That fundamental is what? Interest rate. Since last year, they have been forcing the interest rate at 5.5, right? So we want them to cut it down. And once it goes down, people will start bringing in big money to buy these coins. If you're in floating loss in Accru will come up and you now sell up and you get out of the trade. You get? Even if Accru is going to go up, it's just to go up a bit. That interest rate is key as I'm talking to you. The day, if you're on this call, quote me, the day you see that interest rate 5.5%, anytime you hear it less, go and check the market. You will see that this coin, this is an advantage for you guys that are on this call. If you're in floating loss, you can buy more on that coin. If you're in floating loss, borrow money, sell something and put it on that coin, because when the thing is coming out, when this interest rate is announced, all these coins you're seeing at a cheaper price, you cannot see it again. I'm telling you. So that being said, King Kabir, it doesn't matter, it doesn't, after analyzing Akro, we have no doubt, because Akro has been a coin that has been doing well even in the bear season. Even in the bear season, on Boxing Day 2023, Akro did 240%. No, I think 2022. If I'm not mistaken, December 2022, it did 240%. That's a bear season. How much more a bull season? So if you're an Akro and you want to make more money, just use Magic 2. Magic 2 on the Excel template to open margin call. You will keep seeing that coin vomiting money. If Foster is on this call, Foster is one of my students that decided to do what I just said on the Zoom call. I don't think she's on this call today. I would have told her to share her screen so that you see what she did. That coin has been vomiting money for her up to today as I'm talking to you. Not just even a lady called Hajia Memuna. I think it's Memuna, if I'm not mistaken. She also opened margin call on her trade, and up till today, that coin has been vomiting money for her. I don't think she's on this call. I really wish she's here so that you guys will see live. I'm sorry to say, now because in the absence of her, if you are on a floating loss, the best magic to use to open margin call is Magic 2, followed by Magic 1 if you don't have Magic 2 capital. Open margin call on that trade, and it will keep vomiting money for you. So I want to believe with this small lecture of mine, I've been able to make a positive impact in your life as regards knowledge. Knowledge is power. Let me hand over to Coach Mo. It is Royal Q is a business that can pay you, pay your family, and pay your generation. This I can say, I can bet my kidney on this. We have been here for 3 years and we have seen what it has done to our life. I am Coach Mo, and top leaders like Dr. Money, Jenson Makara, OBM, Coach Nnamdi. They've seen what they've done to their life. That's why we are so passionate about this business. Anybody that will say Royal Q is not working, he's not ready to put in the work. So stick to this rule. If you don't understand, watch the recording, write anything you don't understand, write it down so that next week we come, we will treat it, and I will try and answer the question for you in order for you to understand. All right. Thank you. I'm off. Have a week full of blessing, peace, and the mercy of the Lord. Bye-bye, everyone. Coach Mo, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Salisu. I believe you have learned something tonight, and you will watch the recording to grasp everything that has been said, in case for those who joined late. All right, my name is Coach Mo, and I'm going to hold you by the hands to show you another strategy called trading without analysis, or RQTMI, change percentage tactics. The reason for this is because not everybody, especially those who just joined, who recently joined, are interested in learning how to analyze a coin. So we had to create a strategy that will start to make them immediately, even without learning how to use indicators. And it is a very straightforward process. You just have to follow simple instructions. So permit me to share my screen so that I'll show you guys how to do this. Okay, give me a second, please. All right, so the first thing is to install the TradingView app. For those who don't have this app installed, that was what Coach Salisu was using. Go to Play Store, install this app, ensure you create an account. Create an account, you can use your Gmail to sign in, and then you open it, and you add those 25 volatile coins, the RQTMI recommended volatile coins. There are 25 in numbers. Now, this is the trading view, and these are the 25 coins already added on my watch list. Next thing to do from here is to, okay, for those who don't know how to add these coins, there's a video on that, but let me just use 2 coins to show you how to add them. But if this is your first time installing this app on your phone, you need to delete those default coins you will meet on your watch list. You don't need them. So how you delete them is by swiping on each one to your left. You swipe on each one to your left, you see the delete icon. You can see it, it's in red. It's in red. You tap on it to delete one after the other. Then you can now start to add those 25 coins. And when you check on the chart, I dropped the 25 coins on the chart. When you check, the first coin there is ADA. For you to add ADA, you tap on the plus icon at the top right of my screen. You can also see the plus icon. When you tap on the plus icon, it will open another page, like a search bar, where you have to type in what you want to add to your watch list. So in this case, we are going to search for ADA. But you don't just add or write ADA. Before you get the right ADA, you must add USDT so that you won't end up adding the wrong one. So ADA USDT, which is the base pair. Now you can see it gave a result, and the first result is the right one to add. And you can see it has Binance Exchange on it, meaning that that is the right one to use, because we highly recommend you to use Binance Exchange because it has more of these coins. Every coins are on Binance, and you know it is the largest #1 exchange in the world. So for you to add this, you have to tap on the plus icon. In my own case, you won't find the plus icon because it has been added to my watch list. But in your own case, you'll find the plus icon. Just tap on the plus icon to add it. Then we move on to the next. What is the next? The next is Acro. You search for Acro again, the same process, and wait for the result. You can see the first one is the right one to add. So this is the process you do to add all the 25 coins, one after the other. Ensure you don't add the wrong one. Please make sure you are adding USDT, like I said. So let's assume you're done adding the 25 coins. Please, I believe everyone here is following up with what I'm sharing on my screen. If you cannot see my screen and you are all on the same page with me, let me see a yes on the chat. For those who don't know how I got here, you can please drop your question on the chat. If you don't know how I got here, drop your question on the chat. I believe every one of you are on the same page with me. I hope you all can still hear me. Okay. All right, okay, thank you. Let's move on, please. So let's assume that you are done adding the 25 coins. Next thing is to look for a coin among this list of these coins that meets the condition for you to trade. There are 2 conditions. One condition is for the RQTMI default settings. The second condition is for the bull tactics category 1 or 2. So let's talk about the RQTMI default settings. What is the condition that will determine that, okay, this coin is the coin I am to go and trade on my RoyalQ? Look for a coin that has fallen down in price or has dipped to what? -3% and below. What do I mean by -3% and below? You have to look for a coin that has dropped in price from -3%, -4%, -5%, just from -3% and below. Whether it's -3 point something, -4, as long as it is from -3% and below. The more deep, the better. That is the condition for the RQTMI default settings. But the easiest way to do this, because there are 25, instead of you scrolling through to be checking, you can just sort this. You can sort the list so that it will bring the ones that are down in price to the top and take the ones that are high in price to the bottom, so that you can easily quickly search and look for them. How do we sort? Tap on the 3 dots at the top left of my screen. You tap on the 3 dots. When you tap on the 3 dots, a page opens, a small page opens, and then you tap on sort by. You tap on sort by. When you tap on sort by, another page displays. Now, there are 2 things here, but what we are interested in is the sort by change percentage, not the sort by change. Why? Because we are looking for change percentage price, and from -3% and below. That is why you have to tap on the sort by change in percentage. Just numbers, very straightforward process. Now, let's do that so we see what happens. I'll tap on it. Look at, you can see what just happened. It has sorted out the coins, and the ones that have dropped down in price, that have dipped at the top, while the ones that are doing well, which are just 2, are at the bottom. So in fact, today is just a very good day to see a lot of signals. Look at signals everywhere. Okay, now you can see the first coin is NOT coin. And if you look at NOT coin, it is on -8.67%. Look at what I am saying. The one with the percentage, the numbers with the percentage icon is the right one to focus on, not the first one. There are 2 numbers there, 2 digits there. The one with the percentage, you can see NOT is what? -8.84. REF is -8.53. Jupiter is -7.97. You can see all these meet the condition. Why? Because it is below the -3%, -3% and below. It falls under the -3% and below. That is the condition for those using the RQTMI default settings, which I talked about the default settings and the bull taxes yesterday. You can also watch the recording should in case you're here and you have not seen that video. It is already uploaded on the RQTMI YouTube channel. Just search for RQTMI and you get access to it. So next thing is to go to your RoyoQ and you search for this same coin. Then you load that settings that I showed you guys yesterday on how to generate from the templates, and you trade. But mind you, your take profit, which is your TP, should be 1.5% to 3%. Don't go beyond 3%. Either 1.5, 2%, or 3%, whichever one is okay, you are okay with. If you want it to sell fast, 1.5%. If you have the patience, 3%, but please don't go beyond 3%. This is for the default settings. For those who use the bull taxes, especially if you're using default settings combined with the bull taxes, for bull taxes, if you want to use this strategy trading without analysis, ensure the coin has gone down in price from -5% and below. You can see this also meets the condition, not REF, down to, let me see, down to new. You can see new. New is -5.17%, but max is -4.74%, and downward, these ones from max downward don't meet the condition. But if you are to use bull taxes now, you can trade any of these ones that have gone down from -5% and below. Take profit, please don't go beyond 3%, 1.5% minimum, 3% maximum. This is the easiest way to start to trade. This is the first thing you should teach your newly activated member. When they understand this, they can now move on to learn how to use the signals, drop the group, or even to learn how to analyze themselves so they don't need to depend on signal. I believe this is well understood. If you have any question, please ask questions. If there's anything I said that is not really clear, please, you can ask your question. So if you have any questions, raise up your digital hands or drop your question on the chat. If you have any question, drop your question on the chat, or you can raise up your digital hands to be unmuted to speak up. Okay, it seems everything is clearly understood. I can't find any questions for now. I can't find any questions. So Royal Queue is just easy to understand, just that people are not ready to put in the work. You want to make money, but you're not ready to understand and learn the business. It cannot work. This is a do-it-yourself system. You have to be ready to put in the work, to dedicate that time to learn, watch videos, ask questions. The more you understand the business, the more you enjoy the business. The only thing you should be worried about is capital if you do not have the capital. And that is why there is affiliate side of the business for those who want to aggressively build team. When they build team, they get a cash flow that they can use to scale up their trading capital. All right, I can see King Chris. Please, if you can hear me, unmute your mic and ask your question.
Good evening, Coach.
All right, good evening.
Yeah, and the question I want to ask is regarding the replenishment, as in, or like what Coach Coach said just now. I have some coins that are in deep. So, what is the best way to go about those coins? That is my question. What's the best way to go about those coins?
If you want them to continue making money for you downtrend, especially maybe they are done buying all their margin calls, you can open more margin calls with Magic 2. The best to open margin call with is Magic 2, but the capital you need for that is $525. Or you use Magic 1, $320. So it all depends on your capital. So when you do so, especially with Magic 2, you will continue making money downtrend. You see the way your robot will just start to make money for you, depending on when it will now totally sell. But the good thing again, why if you open more margin call, it helps to reduce your floating loss. It helps to reduce your floating loss. So by reducing your floating loss, it will quickly sell. Yes, it will be reducing, yes, because it is buying the dip for you. So the average price reduces, it means it also reduces your floating loss so that we quickly sell and leave the market.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Are you sure your question has been answered clearly?
Sir?
I hope your question has been answered clearly.
Very, very, very well. Very well.
Yeah, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, Coach
no, I
somebody...
just...
Coach Salisu.
Yeah, maybe let's finish with him first.
Okay, yes. Go ahead, please, King Chris.
Yes, you have answered my question very well. You know, earlier on, Coach Salisu delved on that, delved on that. So I don't need more clarification on it. But with this, I think I'm very okay now. Yeah.
I can still explain so that those who are here tonight will understand how to open more margin calls.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want...
All right, somebody asked a question as regards... Okay, go on.
If you want to open more margin call, let's say I'm trying to assess my WPS. I talked about this yesterday, but I'll see it's fine. I'll still talk about it now. All right, just give me a second. I'm trying to, okay, let me share my screen. So you want to open margin call with Magic 2, for example. you go to your template, your Excel template. You go to your Excel template. Let's head to Magic 2. You head to Magic 2. If, for example, you are running on Magic 3 is 7 margin calls. You open the coin that you want to use to open the margin call, then you tap on trade settings. When you tap on your trade settings, it opens, then you start to edit the settings there. You use this Magic 2 templates to edit the settings you have, but not everything you're editing. You edit the first buy amount. Already Magic 3 first buy amount is 15. So leave it on 15 because it is 15 here. The next is the margin call limit. Margin call limit here is 50. You will make it 57. Why? Because you want it to open extra 50 columns for you. So you write 57, you edit and change to 57. The next is your distributed take profit allocation. You change everything there to 1.8%. Please take note, ignore this. It is already on one shot. This is circle. You don't need this. Don't need to do anything here. Leave it the way it is, already on one shot. Then you go to your margin configuration. Your margin configuration. When you open your margin configuration, you find out that you now have extra columns opened. Starting from number 8 on your settings or your margin configuration settings, your number 8 will be number 1. Number 9 will be number 2. That's margin call 2. That's what I mean. Number 10 will be margin call 3. So you continue from 8, 9, 10, starting from the first one down to the 50th call. Same thing goes to the what? Multiple buy-in ratio. You do the same thing. When you're done, you save your settings and then make sure your margin call is enabled. If it's not enabled, switch it on. Let it be turned on. I'm not talking about AI margin call. No. Margin call so that it will continue buying the dip for you and it will continue making money for you downtrend. King Chris, I hope your question has been answered.
Very well, sir.
Awesome. All right, Kusadisu, you wanted to answer a question. Please go ahead. All right, thank you, King Chris.
You're welcome, sir.
Kusadisu, are you there? I think you wanted to answer a question. Please go ahead.
I just wanted to add to what you have said. Somebody asked a question as regards top gainers strategy that he learned top gainers strategy a few hours ago. Like I said, this strategy you just learned now is not the only way. Just like when you are in secondary school, there are 4 ways of solving quadratic equation. We have the factorization method, we have the completing the square method, we have the graphical method, and we have the formula method. At the end of the 4 methods, you arrive at the same answer. Same way with ROIQ. The same answer is profit. So whatever strategy you are using, ensure you understand it. Most important thing is some people don't pay attention to understand the strategy. When it's not really going well, they will not say it's not working. Strategy is not working. No, understand what you are doing. Know how to set it based on how you, like for example, top gainer strategy. Know how to set the robot to react to the strategy. If that's what you want to use, stick to it, understand it and stick to it. Apart from that, you will see that Crypto Ambassador, they also have their way of trading. If you want to use their own, understand the strategy, understand how they set the robot and stick to it. Team Superstar, they also have their style of trading. That is how all the ROIQ team are. Every team has their style. Top gainers is an added advantage to you. If you want to use it, stick to it, understand it, and stick to it. ROIQ Motion International have our style of trading and how we set our robots. If that's what you want to use, understand it and stick to it. Thank you.
All right, I can see one important question on the chat. Someone is asking that apart from the 25 volatile coins, can we freely trade other coins that are not within the category? If you are trading without analysis, please stick with the 25 coins. I repeat, if you are trading trading without analysis, that is the RQTMI change percentage tactics, stick to the 25 coins. Okay, I can see another one. I don't understand. Well, they want to take on bull tactics settings. Please, you have to watch the recording for yesterday's night session, but I really don't get your question clearly. You say, I don't understand. Well, they want to take on bull tactics settings. You need to rewatch the video so that you'll be able to refine your question, because I can't get it clearly. Please, coach, which trading system is more profitable and faster? Trading without analysis and trading with analysis? Coach Salisu, what do you have to say about that?
If you are looking for fast money, don't touch RoyalG. If you're looking for fast money, there is nothing like fast money. Even if you jump into Forex because you're looking for fast money, it will burn your hand. If you are looking for money, sustainable money, hold on to RoyalG. Stick to it, hold it, and build it for the next 5 years. All the richest men on earth, none of them blew in 3 years. It took them years, some 10, 15, 20, or 30 years before they get to where they are. If there was something like fast money, everybody would have, you would not be in Nigeria, you would not be going for protest now. Why are you protesting? You would have been blowing, everybody would have blown. There's nothing, it's just that most people don't want to pay attention and build a business for the next 5 years. No, once they start this one business, 3 months, 4 months, they do not see results, it's not working. They'll jump to another one. You keep jumping for the rest of your life. Even where you are working, if you are working in a private organization, ask that the owner of that business, ask him, did he blow, and did he blow in 3 years? All of them took time for them to build them. It's not just a one-day business where you can just put your money and you blow. You need to put in the work, my brother. Right? So every strategy works. It all depends on if you understand and if you know how to apply it. You see what is
all right? I can see.
Are you looking for? You will make money if you check our presentation. We told you that minimum 5%, maximum 100%. Your average monthly profit should fall between 5 to 100%. Average. Take note of that word. That word is key. Average monthly profit. So if you're looking for, hey, this one is giving me 100%, you start jumping from one place to another. You're looking for profit. That is what makes some people to jump into Ponzi scheme. You will make profits. Just know that your profit fall between average monthly profit fall between 5 to 100%. So whatever capital you are using, do the math. If you're in floating loss, open margin call. If you don't have capital, market it to get capital to open margin call. If you cannot market it, keep your mouth shut and remain patient. The market will recover and sell. So as simple as that.
All right, I believe that answered your question. Okay, I can see somebody said, can I use this in compounding? What do you actually mean can I use this in compounding? If you want to compound, the best strategy is the bull tactics category 1. And the easiest way to compound, if you're using the bull tactics category 1, whenever it sells on your next replenishment, like after you pick a trade, you know, the leftover capital is what you'd use to do your manual replenishments. You can add the previous profits, all the profit that was made on the previous trade together and use it to do your manual replenishments. That is how you can easily compound. Okay, I can see, I can see 2 people raising up their hands. All right, King Dimav, please unmute your mic and speak up. time is no longer on our side, but we'll try our best to see if we can just answer the remaining questions we have here before we call it a night. All right, Dima, please.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
All right, good evening.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm not up to a month old in the business, in the Royal Q business. I just got activated. That was last month, and I started trading. Made some little amount of money, but for some weeks now, some of the trade I placed, as a newbie, it has been troubling me in the sense that it has been on floating loss, and since then it has not been sold. So I don't know if at all there is any other thing I can do in order to, I don't know, to have the destiny sold. And the 2 coins are 1,000 sats and inch, 1 inch. So they have been on floating loss. They'll just increase and reduce, increase. It has not been selling. Although the margin call are over. So I don't know if there's any assistance that can be given to me as regards
Okay, when you say assistance, we have shared a strategy you can use to open more margin calls if you want to continue making money downtrend, depending on when the trade will close completely.
Hello.
So that requires you to add more funds to open more margin calls. Your question has been answered already.
Okay.
Yes, if you don't have more funds to open more margin calls, please remain patient. This business needs patience, okay? Floating loss is better than permanent loss. You don't lose money here, but you need to understand patience. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Just remain patient and take away your emotions from your trade and relax. It will sell. It might take 3 weeks, it might take 24 hours, it might take 1 month or even more, but just remain patient. That is why we say at least trade minimum of 3 coins. Minimum number of 3 coins at least. This, I believe your question has been answered.
Yeah, no problem. Let me just be patient and wait.
All right, no problem. Okay, King Chris, please omit your mic and speak up.
Okay, coach. The question I want to ask is regarding the bull tactics. You know, when we are talking about the compounding, of course, it's something that I've taught again and again, but I think it's an opportunity for me to ask this question now. Assuming you have a capital of $100 for you to compound. So when you are taking the trade, are you going to use the entire $100 to take the trade? That is a question I want to. Yeah, it's something that have really been bothering me.
Were you at the session last night?
The network kicked me out.
Okay, I showed how to use the bull tactics and how to implement when your trade is running. Okay, when your trade is running, you need to get your leftover capital. Once it buys the first buy amount, you now do your manual replenishment, your remaining capital that was supposed to be used to buy the second margin call down to the 7th margin call if you're using Magic 3. So please, you have to rewatch. Yes, so if you're compounding the profit, let's say you've done the first trade, it has closed. How much did you make from that trade? If it's $3, for example, on your next trade,
I know how I can do that. But my question is, like this manual replenishment, like what you just explained. It is of course now. Okay, assuming I am going to trade that with $100, or let's say the first buy is $15. So how do I, because we don't have a magic setting for that, a magic call for that. So how do I replenish it?
I showed everything. Please go back and watch the video.
No problem. I'll go and do that.
It is recorded and uploaded on YouTube. I even showed how to do the manual replenishment. Just go back and watch.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Yeah.
All right. All right, King Chooks, please unmute your mic and speak up. King Chooks.
Yeah, good evening, guys. You're doing a wonderful job here. I must commend you guys I'm actually a forex trader, and so this entire space is not new to me. But of course, anything you want to start doing, you need to learn from people who know how to do it better. So on the fundamental side of trading, I want to ask the Abdulaziz, you see, the first presenter. You know, Abdurrahim, that is Coach Salisu. You know, he said that when interest rate drops, okay, when there's a cut of interest rate, let's say in the US, okay, if the Fed cuts interest rate, that's the time, you know, crypto pump, okay? Yeah, so I want to ask him, because this is what I want to understand clearly. Is it that because in Forex, for instance, if there's a cut in interest rate, it's bad for the currency, it's bad for the currency pair, okay? That is the base currency. So what that means is that people will pull their investment out of that particular country because the interest rate is low. So when they do that, does it mean when they pull out of the currency, they will not invest in crypto? Is that what it means? That if interest rate is cut, crypto will pump? You understand? I want to find out from him if that was me, because I want to assume that if people move away from a particular asset, okay, they will now want to look for an alternative asset to trade. You know, so let me find out if that's what he's actually talking about on the fundamental side of trading. Do you understand?
Yes, please. Kosalisu.
All right. This is 100% spot trading. This is not futures and this is not forex. Neither is this synthetic. Now, if you go to the bank, if you're in Nigeria, you go, or not even Nigeria, anywhere you are in the world, if you go to the bank to borrow money, there is a certain amount of money you pay alongside the money you borrow from that bank. That money is what is referred to as interest rate. The interest you pay on borrowed money. Now, if the interest rate is 5.5, for example, right? It's high, it's on the high side. So most people that have businesses will not want to go and borrow money unless they are sure that that interest rate will go down. If I borrow money at an interest rate of 5.5, as I'm paying back, and the interest rate now, I'm sure that it's going down, and it's going down to, it went down to 5.3. Am I not at an advantage? Because the money you pay on that charge money has gone down. So I can even, I've seen that it's going down. So I can even borrow more because I am at an advantage. So all these institutions and big people that are coming with big money, some of them don't come with their own money. They come with borrowed money. And what is going to instigate them to do that is to see that they are sure that this interest rate have started going down. Because keeping it at that 5.5, when we are at around 5.4 or 5.0, you see that Silver Valley, all these big institutions were closing down. Anybody that is following the fundamental news 2 years ago, you find out that Silicon Valley crashed when the interest rate went, because the interest on the borrowed money is going up. So people that borrowed money from that Silicon Valley, they need to return the money back. And people needed their money from that bank, and the bank cannot pay. That is why the bank crashed. So since that 2023, they've been pausing the interest rate at 5.5. Now, why is crypto going to pump? Because once the interest rate goes down, people will borrow big money and bring into the cryptocurrency market. And even those that have their own money, because they are now sure that the interest rate is going down on that borrowed money. That's why they're going to bring that money to the space. Now, when you come to Forex, we don't do Forex here, it's only sports. So when you say people, does that mean that people are removing money from that? When interest rate is going down, the Forex market goes down. This is not Forex, this is completely spot market where you can never lose money. I hope you get that.
Yeah, I understand. You've answered my question. Thank you
Right.
very much. You've answered the
You're
question. Thank you.
All right, so I believe that will be the last question for tonight. We do this every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you have questions, the first thing you need to do tonight is to go and subscribe on the YouTube channel. There are a lot of resources out there. It's just that you have to find time to watch those videos. In fact, download them, watch them, come back on Friday, same time for questions and answers. Bombard us with questions. Okay, so thank you so much for your time tonight. Thank you so much for listening. Coach Salisu, do you have any other thing to say before we call it a night?
Yeah, I think I would end with the words of one of the richest men on earth. You don't listen to broke people. Some of us will now listen. When you go to the office, you are talking about a business. One broke, a friend of yours that is broke, that don't even have $500,000 in his account, is advising you, telling you that this online business you are doing is not going to work. You're not going to succeed on it. He has done it before. He has done online business before. It's not working. Why will you listen to him? Because you not listen to him because he's a broke person. You don't listen to broke people. You listen to those that the whole world admits that they have made it in life. The likes of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, right? Mukesh Ambani. Yesterday, I think yesterday I said a word about Mukesh Ambani. Focus on the goal. You will not see obstacle. You will overcome every obstacle. If you focus on the goal, you will not see any obstacle in reality. What is the obstacle in reality? Floating loss, coin being delisted, your friends not joining your business. All these things are 3 examples of obstacles. But if your focus is on the goal, which is what I want to make $1,000 or $10,000 every single day, which is possible, we have seen it with some people's accounts. If that's your focus, you will not be seeing all these obstacles. But if you're focused in complaining, floating loss, you don't attend Zoom to understand that you can open margin call or you can market through equity to get capital to open margin call. You don't want to understand that it's not working for you. Eventually, the world is moving into cryptocurrency. And in the words of Bill Gates, the secret of success in a business is in getting to know where the world is moving into and get there first. So why are we listening to these people? Because they are the richest men on earth. Just to bring to your notice, Mukesh Ambani that said, focus on the goal, you will not see obstacle. Just 2-3 months ago, his last child got married. $10 million was used to prepare the cake. A cake that was eaten in just less than 24 hours. My brother and sisters on this call, $10 million is 3 years budget of Nigeria, the large giant of Africa. Giant of Africa, $10 million converted to Naira. That is like, no, sorry. The total money he spent in that his son's wedding, not that cake alone. I can't remember, it's around 27 trillion. If you convert it to Naira, which is like 0.5% of his wealth. As around 27 trillion. I can't remember the exact, but it is 3 years budget of Nigeria if you go and make your own research. 3 years budget of Nigeria. Somebody spent it in just 24 hours. That tells you that what? That is where the money is. Business is where the money is. If you are just in one small office collecting salary, go and Google top 100 richest men on earth. None of them are salary earners. If you want to end up being broke after 35 years, although not everybody, most people end up broke after 35 years of their life. But if you want to make money like the rich do, venture into a business and take it serious like Koreachi. Thank you very much for attending this session. See you in our next class, same time, same week. Bye-bye, everyone.